Hey everybody, Big J, Anderson Mountain View Farms. Look on the camera and say hey.
Hi.
We are out here with Umbila. This is our dairy goat we talked about last time. Talked about also Sebastian and Tondo, their space. This is the original area, about 2/3 of an acre fenced in. You see the big gate here. We also have this, it's called horse fence, woven wire. Not cheap, but it definitely good to help keep predators out, and goats are climbers, and they can also break some of the snaps here. So, but with the woven wire, they can't do that. So that's why we use it. And also we affix it against the post, so that way they push or climb, they're not going to pop it off or be a lot more difficult for them to do that. So the whole thing isn't totally like this, but the area where they tend to hang out a lot and tend to kind of push on is has all the woven wire. You can see some of the high grass here we finally got to grow. All the heavy rains have helped. So other places that we would let her eat that were outside the fence, so that she wouldn't eat what was in here. That way it would actually grow. It's got seeds on the top. It'll start to scatter out. So it's definitely good seeing that. This was all woods originally, and so it's definitely growing. And when we get the next goat, hopefully here soon, she'll be able to come in and graze this down. Now, a lot of this 2/3 of an acre is wooded, so they like to come in here, eat all the different low stuff. In the fall, when there's a lot of leaves falling, they will eat the leaves as they come down. So that's kind of an interesting thing. They'll eat some of the low stuff now, and then during the autumn, they'll eat those leaves. So goats do like to munch on stuff, pretty much everything, including me. As you can see, this barn here, pretty reinforced. Solid wood, the Anderson way here. Got this mesh wire on the top to keep out predators, raccoons. Especially when there's kids, like whenever they're really little. The female Umbila, we generally keep her locked up at night. But these slats are good. So it's pallets. Sometimes we take the pallets totally apart. Sometimes we leave them as is, modify it. But this keeps, it's a good windbreak. And also you got at least some airflow when it's really hot. The top part, and when it's really cold, we usually put up some kind of plastic or something to kind of help that out, but there's still some airflow. It generally stays pretty dry in here, and so you can see in here, got the tin, really no leak problems. It's been great. We put this up about 1.5 years ago. Right here, we've got her water trough, and sometimes there'll be just like little pieces of particles of stuff in there from the hay that kind of spins around, but we always want to keep it fresh, make sure there's no any other kind of poop or whatever in it. Here, this is her hay manger, and so pretty much try to keep that full. That's one of the things that really keeps the milk healthy and good quality tasting is her diet, and obviously fresh water. Good orchard grass hay, green grass that she eats, plus all the different shrubs that they like to chew on. Goats, of course, are not necessarily grazers like sheep. They're more browsers, so they're like kind of a buffet, a salad, if you will, of stuff. And so, but she definitely likes that, and also the grain, just the feed that we feed her also. So about 4 things that can, the bulk of her diet. And this is the milking stand. You can also use it to put her up here to clip toenails or whatever. And basically operates like this. Clamp this down. We do tie the back of her feet so she doesn't try to kick or knock the bucket over or something like that. In the front right here, which we'll get into all this a little bit more when we actually milk the goat, but that's where the pot goes that she's eating out of to kind of keep her occupied. So that's pretty much where she lives. This is how it works. It's been good so far. It was built to accommodate actually about 4 or 5 goats. It's pretty large. And so hopefully whenever we get the next one, that she'll accommodate well. So you never know. Goats are definitely not like sheep. Goats are smart animals. I think they're probably smarter than a lot of dogs, which is in some ways a negative because they can be stubborn and hard-headed, but in a lot of ways it's positive because they generally won't drink water that's dirty, and also they don't eat a lot of like hay that's on the ground that might have gone bad. So they are smart when it comes to that kind of thing, and also when it comes to predators. So that's one thing that I do like about goats. Now, in the next video, Lil's going to get into the preparation that we do to milk the goat. There's a whole process involved in that to make sure everything goes smoothly. So we'll be checking that out in the next episode. AndersonMountViewFarms.com. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.